Why is it that when a woman desires an unmedicated birth, she is surrounded by people who tell her she can't do it, she's not strong enough, she's gonna regret it, they laugh at her, they pick on her? Why does our culture do that? Well, I personally, from a midwife's perspective, believe that a big chunk of where this comes from is the fact that the majority of Americans choose hospital births. And the majority of hospital birthers have epidurals. Even natural birthers who walk into the hospital wanting a natural birth often end up with an epidural. Now, many of them for a variety of reasons, but I can tell you from experience, one of the main reasons why they end up with an epidural or these traumatic, oh, natural birth was awful stories, is because they're giving birth in the wrong location. I want you to imagine giving birth in an environment that is conducive to natural birth. Dim lights, soft music, no strangers, no restrictions on food, no being tied down to monitors, complete freedom of movement, complete trust in your care provider who you know on a first name basis, switching positions when things get uncomfortable, getting into the water when you're working hard, being encouraged when you feel like you can't go anymore, and right at the very end, when you feel like you just cannot do this, your midwife says, reach down and touch your baby's head. Your baby's right there. That is why out-of-hospital birthers have a 93% chance of having a vaginal birth, compared to local hospitals here who have a 60% chance of achieving a natural birth. When you walk into the hospital, the first 30 minutes is bright lights, lots of people flooding into the room, asking you questions about your chickenpox history, miscarriage history. Like, who wants to talk about that when they're giving birth? And it does create a level of adrenaline, which increases your pain level. And then once all of that settles down, you're being told you can't eat and drink, stay in the bed, only go pee really quickly and then rush back to the monitors. If you do get out of the bed, you have 6 feet of wire to work with. The nurse is gonna check you. Oh, now the doctor's gonna check you. I mean, the list just goes on and on about why a hospital birth is not necessarily conducive to having a truly natural birth experience that most of us come to love. So if you've attended or been to or have tried to give birth in the hospital naturally, and your perspective is that natural birth hurts and it's awful, I strongly encourage you to try an out-of-hospital birth with a licensed midwife and see the difference. You will be amazed at what it's like to labor in an environment that you're familiar with people that you know, people that you trust, with all the things that release oxytocin in labor, that love hormone makes labor work better. Being off of your back, switching positions, getting in a position that you feel comfortable in, non-directed pushing, snacking in labor when you're tired. All of these things will make such a big difference in your birth. So let that encourage you that natural birth is possible, it can be done, and it's best done in an environment that's best suited for it, which is out of the hospital, in a birth center, or in your own home with a licensed midwife that you personally have come to know and trust, in an environment that you're familiar with people that you're familiar with, and just all of those awesome things that make natural birth more pleasant and more comfortable. Thanks for watching this Midwife Monday. Bye-bye.